think by the mess in the trunk that we're moving out, but no, we are just headed on a weekend trip out of town. Hey guys, my name is Trina. For all of you who are new, I am a new mom to an 8-month-old daughter. I post videos twice a week on tips and how-tos of being a new mom. So if that interests you, go ahead and pop on over to my channel. I'll link it right here. And if you feel inclined to, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Today, I'm going to give you my tips on how to travel with your baby. A few weeks ago, my husband and I took our, at the time, 7-month-old on an 8-hour road trip to go visit some friends of ours. So I'm just gonna go through my tips on how we made that road trip as smooth as possible with a 7-month-old. So tip number 1 is plan around naps. We tried to leave around nap time so that she would sleep about 2 hours if we were lucky, but I guess it's a half an hour. This could be easy or it could be difficult for you. What we did was we left after lunchtime so that she would be ready for her afternoon nap. And actually, our babysitter kept her up a little bit in the morning, so she only took a half-hour nap. We were hoping to get a longer afternoon nap from her. But, as we all know, babies are unpredictable, so she actually didn't take a afternoon nap at all. So, like I said, try to plan around naps, but sometimes it's not gonna go how you want it to go. Also, if you can travel at night, it's a good option. That's what we did on our way home. We left around 5 o'clock in the evening and were able to give her her dinner, and she fell asleep around 7 and slept for most of the trip home. Tip number 2, have a cycle of toys. So if you're like me, I sat in the back with her just to keep her entertained and keep her from crying, and I would just have a pile of toys beside me, hand her one as she got tired with one and threw it out her car seat. I grabbed another one. She played with it till she got tired of it, threw it out of her car seat, grabbed another one, and we just cycled through that for hours and hours. And it worked for us. Maybe you have an iPad that your baby has a certain show she likes to watch, or certain music, or certain games the baby can play. Those are all great options. Just anything to keep them entertained and not crying. Be prepared to make stops. Now, this might be easier for some of you than others. When my husband and I typically road trip, we try to take the least amount of stops as possible. Basically, no pee breaks unless you're gonna pee your pants. Once we had a baby, obviously, that motto changed a bit. We stopped around every 3 hours, but my advice is if your baby's content or sleeping, do not stop. Do not disrupt the baby and get as many hours in as possible without stopping. So if you have to pee and baby's sleeping, you better hold it, because stopping could wake her up or him up and deter the entire peaceful trip you're having. Tip number 4 is get a bottle warmer. So if you can, these things are fantastic. She has to have her bottle warmed all the time. This was great. We just popped it in here. Now be forewarned, this isn't gonna warm up the bottle instantaneously like a bottle warmer you have at home. It's gonna take about 20 minutes to a half an hour to get that bottle to a temperature that is warm to at least my daughter's liking. And this also worked for warming up her food. We had her food stored in these little containers in a cooler, and we just took these and wrapped them in here the best we could and had them in here for about 15-20 minutes just to get the food a little bit warm, and fed her in her car seat. It worked for us and it kept us moving. Tip number 5 is actually products I packed for when we got to our final destination. The products that helped us most while we were on the road was our pack and play, our bumbo chair, which we took the little tray with it. We had something to feed her in. Obviously, we didn't want to pack a high chair, and we were going to a friend's house who had a baby, who who had her own high chair. So it was just nice to have the extra seating to be able to feed our daughter when she was ready to eat. And the third product that we packed that was a lifesaver was our Ergo baby carrier. And we knew we were gonna be walking around to some breweries and we didn't wanna have to hold her the whole time. We knew strollers would be kind of difficult to get in and out of people. So we just took our Ergo baby carrier and it actually worked out pretty great. She fell asleep in it, she took a nap in it. We were able to head out to restaurants. Some of the restaurants had a line, so we waited a little bit. And we just stuck her in our carrier and she was set. She's happy. As long as she's watching people and entertained, she's good to go. And those were my 5 tips on how to travel with a baby. If you want to take a glimpse into our actual trip, here's some footage from our weekend. Do you like traveling? Huh? Do you like your road trip? What do you think? What are you doing? If you guys have any great tips on traveling with a baby, go ahead and let me know what they are in the comments below. This isn't gonna be our only trip, so we will take any pointers any of you moms have. If you wanna follow me on social media, I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and my username is Trina N Little. And I'll go ahead and link all of those in the description box below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Bye. This sweater's cute. I mean, I'm not in love with it, but it's cute. It's very, very soft. It's great material.